Welcome back to Crafting with Amy. Today we're going to be using these Dollar Tree bunny head wreath forms. And yarn, you're going to need some of that plastic canvas, some zip ties, wire cutters, scissors, a Sharpie. What I first do, because these Dollar Tree wreaths that they have anymore are like those ears are very big and there's nothing really to wrap the yarn around. So I cut off, because I want a smaller one to go. I use 2 of these forms to get the ears. And I'm having a lot of trouble with those because I want a smaller something to be able to wrap the yarn around and insert that's smaller than that real big opening. And then I end up not even using the actual head part. I use a 10-inch wreath frame. And honestly, years ago they had little plastic, it was all one piece, the ears, the head, the body, and those were the perfect shape. They were sturdy and they made the perfect size bunny. I had considered putting that other part down for a body, but I realized it was just going to be way too big. So I'm not real pleased with this, having had the other frames before, but I decided I'm going to go ahead and do it. So that's what I'm talking about. I want something to wrap the outer, the yarn around, and then also be able to put the inside be smaller. And I had to wait for my husband to come home because we ended up excuse me, taking wire and crazy glue to wire these on to the 10-inch wreath frame for the head. Now, if you wanted to make a whole bunny, I would recommend getting about a 6-inch for the head, and then maybe an 8-inch wreath frame for the body, and then just making your ears out of something else, because these ears, unless you could get this frame and then cut the ears off and bend them, because this is a very flimsy frame. That's what I did with the inner part, was bend it where it would be smaller. Now I'm taking this plastic canvas and just going around the ears, because we'll use that later to attach yarn. And then you just cut that out. I don't know why when they have because that was, even though it was plastic, it was heavy duty, and it was a perfect little, it was a perfect bunny. I made several of them. I made different colors, just all types, and then they haven't had those for a couple of years now. And then this is what they come out with, and I'm not real crazy about it. I wish now that I had done something different with it. And now I'm just going around that 10-inch wreath frame, because it had a smaller opening than what came on it. That one was really, really big inside. But again, if you wanted the whole bunny, or even a smaller just head and ears, I would get like a 6-inch wreath frame. So here we have attached this wire and crazy glue to get these ears to stay on. So now I'm gonna use this white yarn. It's that chenille or chunky yarn, and I think it came from Walmart. And I'm just gonna zip tie it once I find the end, and then get some cut off so I don't have that big old ball to deal with. I'm going to zip tie it up there by the ear and then go around. And that's what makes it appear so big. I probably should have cut off, well, no, that wouldn't have been proportionate. I was going to say you could cut off that outer ring of that wreath form. But the opening then would still be that size. I don't even know if they make a 6-inch. I know they make 10, I know they make 8, but I would think 6 would be better, and then maybe 8 for a body. So you just zip tie that to the back to get it started. But after going through that with all the ears, because I almost just said ditch it, because I wasn't happy with the size. I was like, nope, I'm following through. It is what it is. So you just go around and around just to cover that. And if you're afraid of it slipping, it really doesn't. But you could add a little bit of hot glue. I do it when I'm doing the ears up at the top. But that was another good thing about that other frame. It had little nubs on the outside that acted almost like a brace. So now I'm just tying it off and doing the same thing with the zip tie. And now I'm going to take a darker gray and start it on the back. Or zip tie it on the back. And then get a manageable amount cut off where you're not having to shove a whole bunch through there. And this is just the same type of yarn. It might be a different brand because I don't think it's as, it doesn't shed as much. I think this came from Hobby Lobby and the white came from Walmart. Right up there is where I glued. Just so it wouldn't slip. And then I glue there. I tell you, our weather is so crazy. It was like 70 the other day, and then it dropped to, we had like 11, and it started snowing, or freezing rain, then snowing. And then it dropped really drastically yesterday and tonight, or last night. I think the actual temperature was 11, but I don't know what, with the wind chill, what it was. We just keep going back and forth. And we had like a tornado watch earlier in the week. That's the way it is in Kentucky. And I can't remember, they say if March comes in like a lion, it goes out like a lamb. Or that's a saying here. But I think ours came in menopausal because it came in like a lamb and then lion immediately. So, who knows? I'm just doing the same thing to the other ear. Getting it started. Okay, now it's time to attach that canvas. So you're just going to take your zip ties and get it underneath the wire. Of course, we're working on the back side here, and then pull it up through the mesh. And I don't know how many, I think I put about 6. It's kind of hard to feel through all of that yarn, but you got to find the rim of that wire. And then you're going to do the same thing with the ears. I had to cut them down a little bit because once I added that yarn, it was it needed to be cut down some. I have added what I did, and I took it out, but I didn't think I took it all out because I started with white in the center and then added gray. But I just took the yarn and wrapped it around 3 of my fingers a couple of times and then held it down and zip tied it. It just didn't look right with the white. I was thinking belly, even though this is basically his face. So, but I had done that same thing on a snowman I did back around Christmas time, because I really didn't realize that I had deleted. I thought I just deleted the part where I put the white around the outer part. But you just take the yarn, wrap it around 3 fingers a couple of times, and then place that down and zip tie around it, attaching the zip tie to the back. And you just do that all the way around till you get to the center. I'm either leaving too much in or taking too much out. And I'm really considering just possibly doing away with this channel, because as much as I enjoy doing crafts, I've been doing this for 4 months now, and I appreciate so much the people that watch my videos. But then, you have to edit, you have to do all of that stuff. And I mostly do seasonal crafts. Like in the summer, I'll do some flowers or something like that. And I don't make like 4th of July, anything for just one day, like Easter, Christmas, you have your decorations out a long time. I don't do St. Patrick's Day. Not that I have an issue with St. Patrick's Day or 4th of July. I don't make those type of crafts. So that pretty much leaves you with fall. I don't do Halloween. I just do fall, Christmas, and then spring and Easter. I may make some things, for around the house, but I really don't know how much more I'm going to be posting. I am going to do some carrots. I'm going to make some carrots because I could not find any at our Dollar Tree. And a few more spring, like flower wreaths, spring decor. So I don't know if I'll do away with the channel or if I'll just keep it up and just upload during those holidays. Like I said, I appreciate those of you that are subscribed and those of you that watch my videos. But it's not looking like it's worth it as far as everything you do, took a little bit of white because still the inner part of that ear was bigger than I would have liked. And I put white around it. I zip tied it in a couple of places, and now I'm taking pink and gluing it. So the innermost part will have that pink yarn. It's a really pale pink. Had I put a body on this, oh Lord, it would have been so huge. And for eyes. So normally I would use like little gems that I have or something like that, but everything I had was too small. So I decided to just take some yarn, ball it up, and glue it because, again, I had no idea how ginormous this head was going to be until I got the yarn and everything on it. And then I did the same thing with pink for a nose. And I took the, I don't know what happened to that. I took those zip ties, took some of the ends, and glued in for little whiskers. I would normally use a black wire, but I don't have any black wire right now. A stiffer black wire works really well. So there is the finished product. I appreciate you all watching. And then I want to show you, this is the ones that I used to do. One of the ones. So that, you know, that's a big difference in size of the head. So I want to thank you all for watching and being here with me. And if you'll consider subscribing, I'd appreciate it. And if you're new here, welcome. And you all leave me a comment. Thank you and have